elevated decks. We respect your budget, we build to last, and we care about the people on the job today and those who will walk these floors tomorrow. You stand on it, we stand by it. Silverback Concrete, we've got your back. Visit silverbackconcrete.co to get started.
Why did the Chick-fil-A cross Archer Road? So you don't have to. Chick-fil-A now has the pleasure to serve you from both sides of Archer Road. Both locations include drive-through and carry-out options, or dine in at the Chick-fil-A on the north side of Archer Road. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, we're open at 6 a.m. with drive-through open until 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Chick-fil-A also caters. We'll bring our original chicken sandwich, delicious dipping sauces, and famous Chick-fil-A lemonade to you. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken.
For the first time ever in a public setting outside the Heisman Trophy ceremony in New York City, 3 legends are coming to Gainesville. Join Steve Spurrier, Daniel Werfel, and Tim Tebow together with their Heisman trophies for the Legends Gala at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill on Monday, March 30th. Enjoy an unforgettable night of Gator greatness while supporting the incredible mission of Isaiah 117 House. Tickets are limited. Get yours now at fllegends.com. That's fllegends.com. Don't miss your chance to be a part of Gator history.
Gator Nation, did you know the UF Bookstore, located right inside the University of Florida's Rights Union, is more than just textbooks? That's right. Gear up with officially licensed Gator merchandise from top brands like Nike, Peter Lamar, Lululemon, Columbia, Tommy Bahama, Apple, and more. From game day to every day, we've got the styles Gators love. Stop by the Florida Bookstore at Rights Union. The Florida Bookstore, where Gators shop.
Go Gators!
When the unexpected happens, you need a legal team that's ready to fight for you, just like the Florida Gators. At Meldon Law, we're proud to partner with the Florida Gators to deliver winning results for those who have been injured at no fault of their own. With a strong record of success and a team that won't back down, Meldon Law is your trusted partner in tough times. Call Meldon Law at 352-373-8000 or visit us at meldonlaw.com.
It's tip-off time, Alachua County. The gym is alive, the crowd is loud, and basketball season is heating up. From fast breaks to buzzer beaters, basketball brings the passion, teamwork, and pride that unite our community. Whether you're on the court or cheering from the stands, Coke Florida, your local Coca-Cola bottler, is proud to support the moments that bring Alachua County together. Brought to you by Coke Florida, refreshing Florida fans. Here's to a winning season on and off the court. Let's go!
Looking for the perfect stay in Gainesville? Holiday Inn Gainesville University Center is just steps from the Swamp, the closest hotel to UF. With 6 stylish floors of brand new everything, we've been completely renovated and fully remodeled for your comfort. Enjoy the best guest services in town, competitive rates, and a location you just can't beat. And don't forget about our rooftop pool. Whether it's game day, graduation, or a Gator getaway, make your stay extraordinary at Holiday Inn Gainesville University Center. Visit us online today for details and booking.
WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, from the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studios, ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF. This program is paid for by Weeby Marketing. The godfather of Gator Sports Talk Radio has returned.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
It's Sports Scene with Steve Russell. Time to eat some lunch and talk some Gator sports.
Sports Scene with Steve Russell is fueled by Southeast Car Agency and brought to you in part by International Diamond Center, Domino's, Atlantic Roofing, Meldon Law, Los Linderos Tequila, Comfort Temp, Campus USA Credit Union, Pomodoro Cafe, Titan MRI and Imaging, Silverback Concrete, Ruse Ogra State Farm, Miapa Latin Cafe, Radware, Fairlife Milk, Gator Trim Lights, Quality Plumbing, Doreen Wiebe Realtor Caldwell Banker, and the Head Beer Coach.
Now, here's Steve Russell, right here on WRUF.
Welcome into a Monday edition of Sports Scene as you listen on WRUF. Caroline is going to produce the broadcast today, and we have, I hope, a good show for you. Tomorrow, Gator great, current Gator men's basketball assistant coach Torian Green, hopefully in the studio tomorrow at the top of the show for a couple of segments, so get your questions and comments ready for him. We're also going to talk to Paul Maneri, South Carolina baseball coach, as they come into town to open SEC play. And we're working on some other guests to preview the SEC tournament as well. But don't forget today, as always, we come to you live from the Gator Trim Light Studio. You can light your whole yard or event in orange and blue. They can make your home game day ready. They do a great job of that, folks. You can visit GatorTrimLight.com. And we are fueled by Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville, 310 Northeast 39th Avenue, the best in late model, low mileage vehicles. When you go see them in person, make sure and tell them Sports Scene sent you. As always, if you have any Facebook Live questions today, Caroline will get them to me, courtesy of Ruse Oak State Farm, your go-to agent in Gainesville for car, home, casualty, and life insurance. YouTube questions, Campus USA Credit Union, founded on the UF campus, serving our community for 90 years. All of our phone calls, 392-8255 on the Titan MRI and Imaging phone line. 3 locations, one in Lake City to serve you better. TitanMRI.com. Find out all you need to know. The email, srussell@wruf.com, courtesy of International Diamond Center, the official jeweler of the Florida Gators, carrying an assortment of designer engagement rings, wedding bands, watches, and fine jewelry. Quality Plumbing, sponsoring the first hour of the show, and they're also going to be today's sponsor in the second hour, the Florida Legends event. 3 Heismans, 2 events, 1 legendary day. Join Steve Spurrier, Tim Tebow, Danny Warfel for the Legends Gala at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill in Alachua County Sports Center, Monday, March 30th. You can get your tickets and find out more info at www.fllegends.com. All right. I want to go over, and first I'm going to say something, and it's been kind of gnawing at me a little bit. I got an email from Devin. Mark was wrong about UConn being ranked ahead of the Gators in the WAB rankings. The Gators are 4th, and UConn is 5th. Okay. Where's the difference in the point that Mark was making? The point that Mark was making was the committee looks at body of work, not just what you did down the stretch. That's the point he was making. Nothing different. And, if you have a phone caller that wants to argue that point, fine, argue it. But, again, listen to what the man says. And if he was wrong, Devin, I'll take your word for that because I don't know the answer to that. But, okay, it's negligible in terms of the big picture. I think that would be in agreement of that. I want to go back to the Gator weekend here. It's amazing, and one of the reasons why I don't go on social media very much is because sometimes when I read the stuff people say, it just baffles me. Kevin O'Sullivan should be fired, all that, if Florida had lost a series to High Point. Look, Florida was very fortunate to win yesterday. Could have been swept. No question. Okay? But I would also tell you yesterday, Wright State beat Tennessee. Shut them out yesterday. Stetson, a team Florida beat Arkansas 4-1. LSU lost again to Sacramento State 6-1. And North Dakota State beat Vanderbilt 5-2. Point of that being, there's some other teams in the league that are having trouble against teams like that. But now we put pedal to the metal because the SEC will start. By the way, what a gymnastics meet. Good Lord. You talk about 2 teams at the top of their game, sold out arena. The Gators produced the nation's best team total, 198.45. They needed every bit of that because LSU had the nation's top road score at 198.325. I mean, that is a big-time meet. Congratulations to both those teams for what they did. That was absolutely amazing. Just amazing to see. Florida's 5-2 in the SEC. LSU's 4-3. But the level of competition there was absolutely outstanding. Gators softball wins 2 tight ones against Missouri. Another game today, trying for the sweep at home. All kinds of Gator sports going on this weekend. It was a really fun weekend. Let's get to John's call. John, hello.
Hey, thanks for having a call, Steve. I tell you what, after hearing that about baseball, I feel so bad about the Gators yesterday, the way they play. I swear, it was missing 75, 76-mile-an-hour pitches. I mean, I think the Lady Gators softball team could have beat them.
No, John, they couldn't have. They could not have, John.
But they sure wasn't doing none of those pitches. I swear to God, the slower they pitched the ball, the worse the Gators were hitting it and hitting pop flies in the infield and getting out. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. But it was amazing. I'm glad they won. Tomorrow I was going to tell the story about how good they're going to be, I guess, when they play.
No, it won't. No, it won't. No. John, look, if you play one game and win it, Florida's going to win the World Series. And if Florida plays one game and loses it, they're going to suck. That's not how that works. Is it a measuring stick that you're playing a rival and a team that's ranked? Sure, it's a measuring stick, but it doesn't mean the season's going to go one way or the other because of it.
I hear you. That is a measuring stick, I guess.
Okay,
the Gators,
there you go.
FSU always puts a good baseball team out. So it'll be interesting to see how they do on that. And the basketball, I tell you, I think Todd Golden's secret is he had such a great lineup of basketball players. He can come at you with so many different attacks. I mean, he's so capricious, I guess it is. I mean, he can change up on you so many sudden different ways all of a sudden with different players and different attacks. He can either sort you defensively or offensively. It blows me away. I think the Gators are a hard team to prepare for. I really do, because they come at you with so many different looks. I think that's one reason they're so successful.
All right, thank you, John. Appreciate the call. Hi, Byron. How are you?
Hey, Steve. Great, man. Thank you for the show, Steve. Real quick, I'm going to defend Coach Wise. You know I'm a big Coach Wise fan, and you were right. And let me tell you what happened. You might can help me, Steve. This weekend, Coach Bobby Hurley had a meltdown. UConn had a real tough game or two in their conference, and they lost the game this weekend, which puts them about 5 or 6 losses. But that's the reasoning why we're moving up. The late losses, they did beat us early, but they had a rough weekend, and Coach Hurley really had a bad time. Some of the coaches on the radio show were saying they never seen him acting like this. So that's a little bit why UConn dropped. And number 2, Steve, I played at Coker, which played College of Charleston and High Point and those guys. And back then we were NAIA smaller, but listen, this has turned into minor league sports now, guys. Those College of Charleston and High Points are no joke. And they playing, not a lot. Like that coach said, you can steal some of their players, but they do have a little income to pay. So, yeah, and John, even in baseball, man, these games everybody's pretty much good now, and it's no easy games, and that's what makes college so much fun now. It's almost like a semi-pro, but, yeah, get ready, Gators. Going to be some tough games, and I'm proud of that basketball team and the comeback, and I think we're going to do it, Steve, at least be in them Final Fours, which is good enough for me. Thank you, Steve. Go Gators.
Byron, thank you. I don't know if anybody is willing to discuss NFL free agency, but it's pretty interesting what's going on now with the deadline coming up. The Dolphins let go of Tua. Not a shock, but man, they are starting from scratch. ESPN is reporting the Falcons may be interested in him. Travis Kelce, going to come back, it looks like. He will not retire. Going to go back with the Chiefs. And the Dolphins made a trade with the Jets. Minka Fitzpatrick for only a 7th rounder. That's pretty good, actually. And we'll see how he plays for the Jets. But that said, on paper, pretty good. So I don't know how many of you are into NFL free agency or not, but with the madness going on, but it's fascinating to me how teams are going to retool and do all of that. And another guy that I thought was a really good player was Rashawn Gary. The Packers are trading him to the Cowboys. They wanted Crosby in the worst way. Couldn't get him. So we'll see what goes with that. Let's go back to our Titan MRI imaging phone line. Greg, hello.
Hey, Steve, really enjoyed you and Mark's show, and congrats to the Gators. Kind of lost my voice. Beating Kentucky, Steve, for me is like beating Georgia. I love it. Old school. I'll never get enough of beating the Wildcats. And on the air, Steve, they were saying, and congrats to Coach Golden again for winning the SEC regular season championship. Those are really hard to win. And they were saying, though, on air that, Kansas might be looking at him if their coach leaves, if their longtime coach leaves. And I'm just thinking, Florida really stuck by him with those ridiculous allegations. And I think there should be a bit of a loyalty factor with that. And not to mention, you just won a national championship, you just won an SEC regular season championship. I think he's got it rolling here. What are your thoughts about other schools looking at him and the possibility of Coach Golden leaving? And I'll listen off air and go Gators.
Greg, thank you. I've learned this from years of doing this and an old James Bond movie. Never say never again. You don't know. But look, let's just be real here. If Todd Golden, even if they lost in the first round of the NCAA tournament, they're not, but if they did, he's still done a remarkable job here. And he is a sought-after commodity. And NBA teams might look at him. Other college teams may look at him. But you don't think Scott Strickland knows that? He does. And I think he will do everything humanly possible to keep him here. And if he didn't, he should be shot. Because that's his job. Now, look, you can make an offer. It could be the best offer in the free world. And if somebody tops it and you can't beat it, that's one thing. You did what you could do. And I do think that is going to happen. I just believe they will do everything they can. And then, David Purdom, I'm going to try to get him on here. He writes for ESPN. He's got a great column today. Did NIL kill the upset? Why power conferences keep dominating in March. If you're Florida, if you're a Gator fan or a power school fan, you love this, right? But part of the charm of the tournament is Cinderella. And man, the slippers that those players wore are now being worn at big schools. It's harder now. It's harder. D, hang in. I'll get right to you. We're going to come back with more Sports Scene as you listen, coming to you live from the Gator Trim Light Studio, fueled by Southeast Car Agency on WRUF.
WRUF Sports Center.
I'm Lucas Perez. Third-year Florida golfer Paula Francisco led the way for Florida to run away with the Gators Invitational. Paula's performance concluded the three-day tournament at 10 under par.
I think a good strategy in golf is like stay in the present and play shot by shot, hole by hole, and that was my strategy for today. So yeah, really happy that I stuck to my plan and that it went my way.
Women's Florida golf team will play next in the Clemson Invitational from March 27th to the 29th. On another note, Florida women's swim and dive juniors Camila Monroy and freshman Alexa Fung secured spots at the NCAA Championships after finishing top 11 on the women's 1-meter springboard on opening day. Following this, the women's 3-meter preliminaries kick off Monday's events at 11:15, with the championship round set for 1:40 p.m.
Hey, it's Steve Russell for Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville, 310 Northeast 39th Avenue. Friends, they've been in business for 45-plus years, and the Cousins family has done just one thing, but man, they've done it right. They give you the best alternative you have to purchasing a new vehicle, the best in late model, low mileage vehicles. I'm driving one right now, have been for a very long time. They've treated me right. They'll do the same thing for you. Go see them today, Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville.
Gator Nation, ready to light it up? Gator Trim Light has already brightened homes and businesses across North Florida, and now they're bringing the heat with full color landscape lighting. Light up your palm trees, bushes, pools, patios, barbecue decks, everything in orange and blue. Whether it's a back porch retrofit or a full custom landscape install, Gator Trim Light makes your home game day ready. Turn your patio into the ultimate victory zone and cheer your Gators on to a big win. Visit GatorTrimLight.com. That's GatorTrimLight.com. Gator Trim Light. Let there be Gator Light.
This year, flavor doesn't walk. It runs wild. At P.F. Chang's, we're charging into the year of the horse with bold new wok-fired dishes like pork belly bao buns and refreshing cocktails like the Midnight Gallop. P.F. Chang's beloved red envelope tradition returns, adding a surprise element to every visit during the Lunar New Year. Each guest receives a red envelope revealing a special offer redeemable on a future visit. Stop in now for their great lunch specials starting at just $13.99 at P.F. Chang's. Valid for dine-in only while supplies last. Details at pfchangs.com.
It's lunchtime and nobody does lunch like Pomodoro Cafe. From Italian dishes to subs and salads, and favorites like their gamberi salento, shrimp, fresh tomatoes, and zucchini sauteed in garlic and oil with penne pasta and Romano cheese.
This is Steve Russell sharing with you one of my favorite lunch spots, Pomodoro Cafe, located in the Spring Hill Publix complex on 39th Avenue near I-75. Enjoy Pomodoro Cafe today.
And don't forget, they cater online at pomodorocafe.com.
Hey, have you ever talked to Ruse Agra over at State Farm?
Oh yeah, Ruse is awesome. Helped me get a ton of coverage for way less than I expected, and he serves all of North Florida. Super friendly too, actually takes time to explain everything.
Really? I thought State Farm would be pricey.
Nope, surprisingly great rates. You get that neighborly service you don't find everywhere. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I might give Ruse at State Farm a call.
You should. Call 352-240-1779 for a free quote. You'll be glad you did.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Craving real Cuban flavor? Come to Mi Apa Latin Cafe, where every bite brings you home. From our juicy roast chicken with yellow rice and black beans, our breakfast options to sweet plantains, empanadas, and our iconic Cuban cafecito, we've got what your taste buds are waiting for. And with 6 locations, there's sure to be one near you serving up warm hospitality and authentic breakfast, lunch, or dinner vibes whenever hunger strikes. So head over to Mi Apa Latin Cafe, the best Cuban food north of Miami. Visit miapalatincafe.com or stop by your nearest location today.
You're listening to Sports Scene with Steve Russell, right here on WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
Don't forget tonight, right here, finale of the Florida softball series with Missouri. 2 tightly played games that Florida's won. Our coverage begins at 6:40 tomorrow night. We've got Gator baseball against FSU. Airtime at 6:25. D, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, Steve? Good Monday to you, man.
Same to you.
Yes, sir. NFL free agency, then Gator basketball.
Okay.
Steve, I'll talk to you about it. One thing I noticed so far is, Jackson Smith and Jigma was the best receiver in the league last year, and he had a big game against the Rams in that NFC Championship game, and the Rams said enough of that. They went out and traded for Trent McDuffie from the Chiefs, and they just picked up another quarter for the Chiefs. So he's going to have their undivided attention next year, and that's the thing, man. When one guy is torturing you and burning you, you react, and I think that's what the Rams are doing. He was the target and a priority to be stopped, and the Rams are making sure they address that need.
Yes, and this is breaking news here. Alex Anzalone, the former Gator, is signing with the Bucs. 2-year deal.
That's good.
So he's going to go there. Yep. And it's interesting because these big names now with this, winding down, it looks like the Super Bowl MVP is leaving Seattle.
Yeah.
Kansas City's going to get him.
Yeah, they're rebooting that team, Steve. The Patrick Holmes reboot 2.0 is underway. They definitely need some playmakers for sure.
Yep.
I think they lost another defensive end to the Patriots, so Yeah, man, when you win the Super Bowl, they start purging your roster, man.
Yep, no doubt. But you know what? You won a Super Bowl, so it was worth it.
Right. Exactly. Can't take championships live forever, man.
No.
As far as the game Saturday, Steve, great win. Kind of got dicey at the end a little bit. I never thought Kentucky had a shot to win the game. I mean, Gators just took their foot off the gas, but, I was so impressed with the game plan to stop Colin Chandler, man, because that was the one guy. He was, the last couple weeks, man, that guy, I know he struggled against A&M, but I think he hit 4 or 5 against us threes, and once that guy gets going, he can change the game quickly. And the ball denial, fighting over screens, Steve, Golden made it a priority to stay in his hip pocket and not let him affect that game. And I think once we took him out the game, that was it for Kentucky because, always a great player, but, one man is not going to beat the Gators. And we'll let him score his points, but I think Chandler was the guy we had our priority on, and, we did a hell of a job locking him down.
I just think it's so fun, to watch what Florida does because they can beat you in so many different ways. And what you just talked about is something that a lot of people do not see, okay, is what they maybe do to negate a certain player or, not make something happen the other team does. That's a very subtle thing sometimes, and yet, Golden and his staff do a really, really nice job of it.
Yep. Free throw shooting, Steve, 62%, man.
Yep.
If we would have had half of those, that's a double-digit victory, man. So it's getting close to the time where you miss enough of them, you're not going to have another game. So they got to get that fixed. So luckily, all these games are being played at neutral sites, not on the road, but still the point remains you got to make these free throws.
No question. And look, when you start playing, better teams and it might come down to 2-3 possessions. Well, if one for A, how many free throws are you shooting? And then B, how many free throws are you allowing? And then 3, how many are you making? Those 3 things are important.
Yep, for sure. Be good, Steve.
Appreciate you, D. Thank you. 392-8255. You can email the show, srussell@wruf.com. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, speaking of what happened this weekend, Ricky Castillo, former Gator golfer, got his first career PGA Tour win. He won the Puerto Rico Open. Congratulations to him. And how about the Florida women's golf team? They swept their own Gator Invitational, new program records in team tournament score, team low round, and individual champion as well. So congratulations to them for what they did. All right, YouTube question. Those are coming to you courtesy of Campus USA Credit Union. Art Wheeler, if we win, what are the chances all the guys come back? Heard Micah say may get an additional season. I don't know. The 04s did it, right? Remember, we back. Maybe. Because, look, the difference now between then and now, these players are making money. Those players back then weren't making money like they're making now. So you could, look, the ultimate goal of a college basketball player is to play in the NBA. The ultimate goal of a college baseball player is to play in Major League Baseball. But, can you wait a year? Because, again, you are making money? Yes, I think that's certainly more plausible than, what it used to be. Dustin, awesome basketball season. If we went out, believe it'll be 20 in a row. You mentioned about Castillo. Softball looking good. Happy baseball one yesterday. Florida State, I'll be going tomorrow in South Carolina. All right, Dustin. Well, maybe we'll see you there. Brian says, anybody who says Sully should be fired is the definition of an idiot. It was a hard weekend, but it happens to all teams. 14-3 going into SEC play is pretty impressive, and I, for one, couldn't be happier with the record. Wanted to ask you, this is the year Coach Rowland can bring a natty and gymnastics back to the O-Dome. Yes. Can they? Yes. They've been close. You know how close they've been. Look what they did yesterday. In that meet yesterday was incredible. Do you think we'll hear soon on the status of Coach Kelly Ray as the ladies' head coach going forward? Yes. I don't know. I've not seen this, if they're in the WNIT or not. I would assume they would be. But what happens after that, we will see. By the way, Gators are number 4 now in the AP poll. Number 4. And you would think, because of what UConn did losing, that Florida would now be a number 1 seed. And, okay, we will see what happens with that. All right, we got about a half an hour left, 392-8255. That's our Titan MRI Imaging phone line number. International Diamond Center email is srussell@wruf.com. I hesitate to ask this. I really do. Because I understand if Florida got bounced in the Sweet 16 or even bounced in the Elite 8, there would be some that would say it was a disappointing year. I get it. I think the players would tell you that, right? If you ask them, they think they can win it all. So anything less than that would be disappointing. But, man, if you make the Elite 8, if you make the Final Four and you lose, disappointing? Yes. Bad year? No. It doesn't happen. BB, who or what key position would you like the Jets to take in their first pick? Defense. Their defense was horrible, with a capital H, a year ago. For the Saints, I'm thinking running back, specifically Jeremiah Love of Notre Dame, to help Kamara and ultimately replace him. For the Dolphins, after seeing my Gator baseball cap, a lady from Miami talk college sports that lamented her Dolphin situation and their management. What are your thoughts on the Dolphins? What would you change if you were the owner? I don't know enough about them, but I will say this. At least they've made a decision, BB, to tear it down. They were sort of a middling team, and I think now they've decided, okay, we got to go in a new direction, and I kind of like that. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Final half hour left on Sports Scene. Stay with us as you listen on WRUF.
This is former Gator quarterback Shane Matthews, and you're listening to the home of Gator Sports, WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
It's no fun being injured. The last thing you want to deal with is long wait times or high costs. Well, guess what? You don't have to, thanks to Titan MRI and Imaging. The experience at Titan MRI and Imaging is much more personal than the sterile atmosphere of a hospital. Joe and his team are personally involved and will guide you through the entire process at any of their 3 convenient locations. And they accept insurance. So if you need a scan, save time and money, and call Titan MRI and Imaging. Learn more at TitanMRI.com.
The commitment from IDC to first responders is really extraordinary.
Veteran firefighter Johnny Hinton talks about International Diamond Center's ongoing support for our heroes in uniform.
IDC has helped us raise just massive amounts of money.
Johnny says in addition to corporate gifts to support charity fundraisers, IDC is there every day, helping first responders with an extra 15% discount on any purchase.
Again, thank you guys so much.
International Diamond Center at Celebration Point.
Every great team is built on a solid game plan, sharp execution, and total trust in the crew beside you. At Quality Plumbing, we bring that same championship mindset to every job we do. For over 40 years, we've been the starting lineup for homes and businesses across North Central Florida, delivering reliable service, expert craftsmanship, and big wins for our customers. Call us today or visit qualityplumbing.com. We're your first string team. License number CFC 043073.
For the first time ever in a public setting outside the Heisman Trophy ceremony in New York City, 3 legends are coming to Gainesville. Join Steve Spurrier, Daniel Werfel, and Tim Tebow together with their Heisman trophies for the Legends Gala at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill on Monday, March 30th. Enjoy an unforgettable night of Gator greatness while supporting the incredible mission of Isaiah 117 House. Tickets are limited. Get yours now at FLLegends.com. That's FLLegends.com. Don't miss your chance to be a part of Gator history.
Gator fans, get ready to raise a glass for a perfect cause. Spurrier's Gridiron Grill is teaming up with UF Gymnastics head coach Jenny Rowland to bring you 2 brand new limited time drinks. Feel the heat with the fiery flip or stick the landing with the perfect 10 margarita. And here's the best part. $2 from every drink goes straight to support the Gator NIL Fund. Sip, support, and celebrate Gator greatness. But hurry, these signature drinks are only available for a limited time at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, where Gators come to win. There are plenty of realtors in town, but few work as hard, respond as quickly, or care as deeply as Doreen Wiebe of Caldwell Banker MM Parish. Community-driven and client-focused, Doreen will work with you to ensure your satisfaction. Whether you're buying or selling, she brings persistence, preparation, and heart to every deal. With Doreen, you're not just another transaction. You're a priority. Call 352-562-1411. That's 352-562-1411.
Ever dreamed of catching a touchdown pass from Tim Tebow or Danny Werfel, or taking a handoff from the legendary Steve Spurrier? Then you need to join the Florida Legends Experience on Monday, March 30th at the Alachua County at Celebration Point. You'll receive a personal video of your touchdown and a football signed by the Gator Legends. Enjoy an unforgettable day of Gator greatness while supporting the incredible mission of Isaiah 117 House. Tickets are limited. Get yours now at FLLegends.com. That's FLLegends.com. Don't miss your chance to be a part of Gator history.
Just after sunrise, the lake is glass. No traffic, no noise, just you, a cup of coffee, and open water. That kind of peace isn't far away. With Radiant Credit Union's flexible boat financing, competitive rates, and quick approvals, you could be on the water sooner than you think. Make some waves with a boat loan at Radiant Credit Union. But hurry, our special rates only last until March 31st. Apply today at radiantcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
This is Sean Kelly, voice of the Gators, and you're listening to the home of Gators basketball, right here on WRUF.
Many thanks to Quality Plumbing and the Florida Legends Gala and Experience for sponsoring the show today, and we thank you for listening. Let's go to our Titan MRI Imaging phone line. Tennessee Mike, hello.
Hey, Steve, hope you're well.
I am well.
Hey, Steve, I know you don't get a lot of NFL calls. I want to hit you on Tua, and then a little quick thought on the SEC tournament, Kentucky, and a question about Coach Golden.
Okay.
Hey, Steve, I know you, as a Jets fan, you probably watched the Tua situation closer than most people. That last extension or giving Tua the bag, that last giveaway they gave to Tua, why did the Dolphins do that? Mike Florio says they were bidding against themselves. There wasn't a market for Tua. You had clowns like Tyreek Hill saying pay the guy, even though they didn't even like each other. Is that Chris Greer, who, by the way, got fired, of course, is that one of the dumbest decisions in modern NFL history, given Tua that last contract?
Well, sure. In hindsight, you can say that. But if at the time they believed, he was going to, do well for them, then, but when those contracts don't work out after you sign a massive deal like that, it looks really stupid. Sure it does.
Well, Steve, I was calling you and Jeff and Dooley about this years ago. After Tua had all the concussion stuff, there wasn't a market for Tua. I was saying this 2 years ago. Let him play out his option year and see what happens. I just don't understand the Dolphins. Where was he going?
Well, apparently they thought he was going to go someplace, but the decision obviously is not a good one.
Yeah, and your Jets have had a lot of quarterback trouble too, of course. So
Yes.
I guess you weren't losing too many sleepless nights on that, of course.
No.
Hey, Steve, I think I speak for most SEC fans here. I know I speak for Dooley. Don't know about you, but how great is this Kentucky playing the first game on Wednesday in the SEC tournament?
You mean just because Kentucky's playing on the first day?
Yeah. I mean, Kentucky, playing on Wednesday is unheard of. Kentucky fans take that SEC tournament very seriously, Steve, as you probably well know. Party got in trouble with them for saying the SEC tournament doesn't matter, but those people take it very seriously. And playing on Wednesday is just a complete, probably a rock bottom for the program, maybe outside of what you think about Billy Gillespie. How great is it going to be for Kentucky basketball haters, which there are many, seeing them having to play the first game on Wednesday?
In the short term, it's if you're a Kentucky basketball hater, it's nice. But it won't matter if they make a run in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, that's right. And those people are smart. Pope, excellent point, Steve. Pope hit the Sweet 16 last year, and they're very educated fans. They realize, as most people do, that it's all about the real tournament in 2 weeks. Hey, last thing for you, Steve. Please refresh me. I know you work with a lot of journalism students around UF and all that. You had a caller a couple of segments back talking about Coach Golden calling the allegations against him last year ridiculous. Maybe I missed this, but did the Independent Alligator ever issue a retraction for their story last year? And I know Coach Golden hired a big high-end defense attorney. Did he ever sue anybody? Because I never heard him issue a denial. I just heard him stay quiet. And mainly, did the Independent Alligator ever retract a word of their story? And finally, I'll just ask you, I think he did it. Do you think Coach Golden did what was accused in the Alligator story and hang in there?
All right, thank you. I'm not going to answer that because I don't know the facts. I don't believe there was a retraction. Anybody from the Alligator who is listening can tell me that, but I don't think that there was. I forget what the other part was. And Golden didn't say anything else except the statement that he released through his attorney. That is now history, and everybody's moved on from that. Let's get some calls here, 392-8255. Email, srussell@wruf.com. I wonder why Mike would say he speaks for Dooley. I don't know why that would be either, but that's another whole story. All right, let's get a couple of emails here. International Diamond Center email. Phil says, Steve, thanks for doing the show. What do you do during a long break like you had yesterday in the baseball game? What do you do? You sit. Well, you know what was cool yesterday? I'll tell you what was very cool. Because there was no television coverage yesterday with other announcers, Jeff and I on radio had our radio call serve as the call on television. My son directed that. That's pretty cool. But we hang out. We talk to people. We catch up on stuff. Always, if you're in the media, you look for something to eat. That's just standard. Yeah, that's what you do. And you got to wait it out. That's all you can do. There's no other way around that. By the way, I'm going to say this on a national scale. I was asked this today. The kid that plays for Kansas, that guard, who is remarkable when he's healthy, he is probably the biggest X factor of any player in this tournament. If he plays the way he's been playing lately, he makes Kansas way more dangerous than their seed, in my opinion. And by the way, with the SEC tournament coming up, let me just run this by you, the latest bracketology. Georgia is an 8 seed. Arkansas is a 5. Vanderbilt is a 5. Kentucky is a 7. Florida, a 1. Texas A&M, in by the skin of their teeth, a 9. Tennessee is a 5. Auburn at 11. Alabama at 3. Missouri, 10. That was the latest bracketology from ESPN. And the last 4 byes went to NC State, Missouri, Texas, and UCF. First 4 out, Indiana, Virginia Tech, Stanford, and New Mexico. And the last 4 in, Santa Clara, SMU, VCU, and Auburn. They are the last team in the field, according to bracketology, the latest one. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? And look what's happened from Bruce Pearl to Stephen Pearl. If he doesn't make the tournament this year, there's going to be a lot of pressure on him next year on the Plains. I don't think there's any question about that. Let's go to David. David, hi.
Hey, Steve. Happy Monday.
Same to you.
So going back to the weekend series, first and foremost, I think High Point really gets a major tip of the hat. They played great baseball on Friday and Saturday. Not just good, but as good as any SEC team there is. Do you agree with that?
No. Not as good as any SEC. No, not as good as any SEC team there is. Do I agree they played good baseball? Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Well, I know we'll see it, and I'll be doing my comparisons, but I just was really impressed with their play, both offensively and defensively, and coaching as well over the weekend. Now, yesterday, I think reality struck, and I'm so glad that we were able to pull that off, and I'm glad that the guys did not quit. They hung in there. Would you agree with that?
Sure. I mean, when you look at what happened yesterday, now, Florida gave up the 4 spot in the first inning, but they came back and took the lead. And then when they got the 6-run inning, that was when you thought, okay. And then, rain came. Florida was fortunate, because their relief pitching wasn't very good. But you got to have a little luck sometimes. High Point, I'm sure they got on their bus and thought, we should have swept this series. But Florida stole one.
Yeah, I agree. Going back to the broadcast real quickly, I know you had the radio, and I go because it cuts off of TV, but I was able to find a feed of a television broadcast of that this weekend, and I'm going to be looking for it in the future. But I thought I heard you say that your son broadcasted it.
No, he directed it.
How was that broadcast yesterday?
It was an in-house production, and because it was in-house, he directed it.
So, can you do it in-house when there's no scheduled broadcast by like ESPN or something?
Well, that's exactly what I said they did. Yes.
So, and you don't have to get additional rights or anything to do that?
No.
Well, I want to congratulate them. They did a great job. Does he have his own broadcasting kind of firm thing? Or
No. He works at the university.
Okay.
And he is employed as a photographer as well. If you go to a football game, he's shooting video on the field. If you go to a men's basketball game, he's under the basket with a camera. But he's also lately been introduced to directing some, and as his dad, pretty happy for him.
It's really good to see that. It was as good as any. Well, they do a lot of the other stuff for the networks and stuff too, I would suppose.
Yeah, SEC Network Plus normally does that, and Jeff will do a broadcast with Nick Belmonte, or Sean will do a broadcast, whatever. But without that, they just take the radio feed and use it for the audio.
Is he a student or is he an employee of the university?
No. I just said that he works.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
He works. He's an employee of the university of the athletic association when he gets paid for that. But he works on campus as his regular job.
Okay, great to hear, and really cool legacy. Thanks, Steve.
All right, David, thank you. Porter, hang on. Got to get a last break, and we'll get right to you as you listen to Sports Scene, coming to you live from the Gator Trim Light studio and fueled by Southeast Car Agency on WRUF.
WRUF Sports Center.
I'm Rebecca Ben-Ezra. Florida women's gymnastics secured a win against the number 2 LSU Tigers and delivered the highest team score in the country this season with a 198.45. This helped the Gators climb up to number 3 in the Week 10 rankings released this morning. Coach Jenny Rowland shares how meaningful this win was to her.
I'm really proud of this team. I think tonight they did not chase the win. They allowed the win to happen tonight.
Florida men's basketball have moved up to number 4 in the latest rankings released today, following their win over Kentucky. The Gators are on an 11-game win streak and head into the SEC tournament as the number 1 seed with a double bye. On the diamond, Florida softball plays Missouri tonight in the series finale. Live coverage starts at 6:40.
When the late, great Charlie Daniels would need a place for jewelry he could trust, he turned to International Gold, Diamond, and Watch Exchange.
Hi, I'm Charlie Daniels, and I live in Tennessee, but when I get ready to do something serious about jewelry or a gift for my wife or somebody, I always get in touch with the folks at International Gold and Diamond Exchange here in Gainesville. There's a lot of reasons for that. One reason is they sell nothing but the best.
Find out what Charlie was talking about for yourself at International Gold, Diamond, and Watch Exchange at 3440 West University Avenue and online at igdwex.com.
Gator Nation, did you know the UF bookstore, located right inside the University of Florida's Rights Union, is more than just textbooks? That's right. Gear up with officially licensed Gator merchandise from top brands like Nike, Peter Lamar, Lululemon, Columbia, Tommy Bahama, Apple, and more. From game day to every day, we've got the styles Gators love. Stop by the Florida bookstore at Rights Union. The Florida bookstore, where Gators shop.
Go Gators!
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for core power and rise to a whole new level of recovery. Protein to build muscle. Electrolytes to help hydrate. The nutrition you need to power on. Champion your recovery with Core Power.
Davis Gainesville Chevrolet is now Davis Gainesville Chevrolet GMC.
That's right, Coach. The all-new Davis Gainesville Chevrolet GMC is an unbeatable team. New Chevy Silverado or GMC Sierra, your choice, just $279 a month. Plus, nobody will pay you more for your trade than we will. At the all-new Gainesville Chevrolet and Gainesville GMC.
See you soon at GainesvilleChevyGMC.com.
24-month leases, 85-21 due assignment, no security deposit, subject to lender approval, may include loyalty. Offers don't combine. Expires month end. Together, let's drive.
Are you ready to raise your game when it comes to your Gators gear? Head over to Alma Mater in Gainesville and you'll find just what you need to rep your team in style. From one-of-a-kind Gator tees and hats to NIL gear, they've got the perfect Gator swag for every fan in all kinds of weather. Whether it's game day or any day, you'll be winning with officially licensed apparel found nowhere else. Locally owned, locally produced. Alma Mater, in-store at the corner of 34th and University or online at almamaterdesign.com.
Concrete is tough, long-lasting, durable. And when it's done right, it's the foundation of everything that stands strong. At Silverback Concrete, we don't just pour concrete, we build trust one slab at a time. We're a family-led team of heavy concrete specialists who sweat every detail, from footers to elevated decks. We respect your budget, we build to last, and we care about the people on the job today and those who will walk these floors tomorrow. You stand on it, we stand by it. Silverback Concrete, we've got your back. Visit silverbackconcrete.co to get started.
For more than 50 years of quality service, Archer Electric Service Company has been Gainesville's choice for residential and commercial electrical work. Whether you need wiring, repairs, or backup generator installation, we treat every client like family with professional, clean, dependable service. Don't wait for the storm or the flicker to remind you. Visit ArcherElectricService.com today for a free consultation and see why we've been Gainesville and the surrounding area's most trusted electricians for decades.
This is Ross Chastain, NASCAR driver, and your Fresh from Florida farmer, letting you know that it's Florida strawberry season. First in the nation, Florida strawberries are picked at peak freshness and shipped to your market to ensure that there's sunshine in every bite. When you shop, look for the Fresh from Florida logo. It's a sign of local pride, peak freshness, and quality you can trust. You know that our name is on it because we stand behind it. Fresh from Florida, the homegrown brand of Florida farmers.
From the UF Weather Center, here is your WRUF weather update.
We are certainly in the fog season, and the warmer temperatures aren't helping to suppress the cloud layers. We expect another round of fog overnight. Low temperatures will drop down into the low to mid 60s, then expect the warmest day of the week on Tuesday. High temperatures will climb to around 90 degrees, likely tying or beating historical records for the date. From the WUFT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Andrew Wolfak.
WRUF, where Gator Nation comes alive. 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
Make sure and check out our daily clip of the day on WRUF Facebook and YouTube at WRUF Home of the Gators, brought to you by our friends at Fairlife Milk. And we appreciate Gator Domino's for sponsoring the show, too. Go to www.domino's.com today. And a reminder, all of our guests, courtesy of Meldon Law, won't back down. Lou is up. Hi, Lou.
Hey, Steve. I know that you're a baseball man. How you coached it. Looking at the Florida game versus High Point, and maybe even stretch it out to the front of the year.
Sure.
Do you have some concerns about Florida defending the field, more specifically the inside game or the small game, the base running, defending the bunt, and things of that nature?
Concern? No. But Florida's had to sort of shuffle. Here's the good and the bad. I think a lot of fans like seeing A, B, C, and D play third base, shortstop, second base, first base every day, right? That's ideal.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't work a lot now. So you try to have, because of injury and other things, hitting, getting a bat in the lineup, some flexibility. That's why Bowen's playing some first base, for example, right, to get his bat in there. You also have Curlin hurt, which doesn't help you defensively. Sear was out, doesn't help you defensively. They had to deal with that a little bit. And Lawson is still fairly new, playing shortstop. They've had a little bit of a revolving door at third, Sirawek at third and first. So until they play some more games and maybe get a little more set in what they do, my concern isn't high, but I can see, they need to get a little better. Yes.
Yeah. Concern about, it seems like now, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it just seems like opposing teams can run. I'm not saying run at will against Florida, but run and being like a very aggressive offensive attack. And I'm just wondering, is it the catcher's mechanics? Is it us not holding runners properly? Do you see that? Am I on a bad track here, Steve?
No. Look, it's really all of the above. I mean, sometimes pitchers don't do a good job of holding a runner on. Sometimes the catcher's throw is errant. Sometimes give credit to the other team, right? They got a pretty good base stealer who's fast, and and he does that. Yeah. So, but I mean, do I think Florida can do a better job of holding runners and throwing out runners? Yes, I do.
Okay. All right, buddy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Hey, Porter, how are you?
Hey, Steve. I do want to echo a little bit of the concerns. I think fundamentally we need a little bit of work, and we're spoiled around here. We're used to being so good fundamentally. It's not just defense, but I noticed the other teams taking the extra base, and us that we were always the team that did that, put the pressure on it, and I don't see that now. So that it's season junk. So hopefully we can get past it. Quick question: who, other than of course Miami, Ohio with their perfect season, who is the only team that has a longer winning streak than the Gators?
I don't know that there is one.
There is one. High Point.
Oh, they just won the conference? Okay, all right.
Yep, that's their 14th straight. I just thought that was kind of ironic. Gators 8-2 on the road, 3 road games. That's a really impressive stat. The 2 losses, of course, 1 point at Duke, 2 points at Missouri. That's pretty impressive when you look back over the year as a whole. I think the closest game we had, the Vandy game was 4, and the Kentucky game was 7. I think it ended up. All the others, I think, were 13 or more. That, I think, should bode well for us heading into the tournament. And one question, I'll take the answer off the air. I heard a comment from the Mississippi State coach after the game midweek last week, something to the effect of, now you see what money can buy, or something like that. I didn't get the context, but it sounded like he was sort of implying that we have a built team, and it would seem like that we're spending more money and that kind of thing. Do you have any idea on the comment on that?
I'll take I didn't hear it, but I mean, I think what he's saying is, compared to what I have, that's what you can do when you put money towards it, because the money is not the same for Florida, Porter, as it is Mississippi State. I can tell you that.
Okay, it seems like I don't think of us as being at the top in spending money in basketball, but maybe we are because of the championship last year. Okay.
Thank you. Yep. I don't think that it was a question of them being at the top. I think it was a question of there's a school in our league that is spending NIL money that we perhaps don't have at our disposal to spend. Andrew, I'm out of time. Call back tomorrow. I'll get you first. Torian Green, the Gator great, member of the Gator coaching staff, here tomorrow at the top of the show. We hope you'll join us for that and have questions and comments ready for him. Thanks to Caroline for producing today. We thank you for listening. Kevin Winter and the Sports Lab gang next. Do not move your radio dial as you listen on WRUF.
The NCAA Tournament is coming to WRUF this March.
Want to get your brand noticed? At